What is up, movie viewers? Dena Mo Views and Reviews here. Asking, what you watching? Well, today I am watching Obsession. Move over, Lady Chatterley's lovers. Woo, I think this was just as kinky. Come on, let's get into it. Now, this movie stars Richard Armitage as William Farrow, RISH Shaw as his son, Jay Farrow, Charlie Murphy as Anna Barton, who is Jay Farrow's fiance, and INDIRA VARMA as Richard's wife, and RISH Shaw. Now, this movie was one that was suggested to me to watch. It was recommended to me. I did see where there was some others that had already watched it and caught it riveting and heartbreaking. So I was really excited about checking it out for myself. Obsession is a British erotic drama. It is a bit of a thriller, and it is based on a 1991 book called Damage that was written by Josephine Hart. It is a 4-part miniseries that follows a doctor and his family. Again, the doctor's name is William and his son's name is Jay. Dr. William Farrow is a magnificent surgeon who has successfully performed a very difficult operation to separate conjoined twins. His son Jay has met and has fallen in love with a young lady by the name of Anna Barton. Eventually, reluctantly, he tells the family her name, and he decides to introduce her to him. Now, they wind up getting engaged, but all the while they're planning their nuptials. Jay's father, William, and Anna are secretly having an affair behind his son Jay's back the entire time. So, the father, William, as I said, is a doctor, and he has a family already. He has an attractive wife who is Jay's mom, and her name is Ingrid. But once he begins his affair with Anna, he does not care about anything else, including his wife. Now, Anna is planning this wedding with his son. And all the while, she is engaging in sex with the father and the son the whole time. She wants to maintain both relationships as long as William, the father, abides by set rules that she has for him on when and where they can meet to have relations. But of course, Pops is sprung and finds himself following Anna and Jay, calling her at inappropriate times and even sniffing Anna covers and pillows. This is a very sexually erotic movie, and they kind of freaky. This doctor becomes completely obsessed with this woman. I personally think he's just plain kinky. What I cannot and do not understand about these kind of relationships is that these men leave their families in real life. You know how it goes, knowing all along that it is strictly about sex. And this guy risks his family, his entire livelihood for a relationship with his son's fiance. Everything because of his desire for sex. I've never been able to relate to that kind of behavior. But honestly, I found this movie to be kind of appalling, and it was kind of, when you dissect it, it was kind of repulsive, just a little bit. The thought that my son's girlfriend or his own father would be doing something like that. Ew. But like I said, in this case, Anna Barton, she met his father at a social before actually meeting him in an environment with the family. Because she comes up to him and she introduces herself, and he knows it is her because she tells him that who she is and that she wanted to meet him. since his son Jay told her about what he had accomplished by separating the conjoined twins. She and he are meeting for the first time and they're flirting straight off, even after knowing exactly who one another is. William, at this first meeting, uses his finger to take an olive from a drink and place it between her teeth. Then she proceeds to eat it. Now, this is their first meeting. And I am like, what the heck? Clearly knowing that this is the girl your son is dating. Anna later texts William her address and he hurries to meet her. And immediately, almost as soon as he gets through the door, they are engaging in sex. Now, this had me wondering, did they already know one another in advance? Because it was just a little too fast. Even after Anna and Jay are engaged, the sexual relations continue between Anna and his father, and she is planning on keeping it up throughout the marriage, apparently. Now, tell me there isn't something disgusting, appalling, and revolting about this whole debacle. I mean, regardless of the deception, why would you want your son with a woman like that? And not to mention how that speaks to the father's lack of moral character, in my opinion as well. Now, the father engaged in sex with his daughter-in-law numerous times in this film, so much so I was thinking he probably is going to end up becoming the father of his own grandchild. But I tried to remove my personal thoughts from this movie, and it was difficult. It was something that some may not find surprising or even shocking in today's world, because we are in a time where mostly anything goes. But I would never ever want my children to be involved, knowingly or unknowingly for that matter, in such a relationship. And as a parent, I certainly would not want my child marrying a person that has sexually been involved with another blood relative or member of the family, be it sister, brother, cousin, aunt, uncle, mother, or whatever. Absolutely not, none. But the idea of your own father sleeping with your wife, it's just kind of a bit gross, to be honest. Just the thought of that person looking you in your face daily, knowing what he is doing and have done behind your back, and may even end up bringing a child into this dysfunction. Ew. Now, often when watching movies, I do try to put myself in the place of the character or characters, and I try to imagine what if. And normally it is a way to determine if it is a believable movie or realistic. In this case, not so much. I will pass on that. It is a movie that cause you to ponder, but it is one that is a bit ghastly for me. So in spite of how scandalous I found the subject matter to be, I cannot deny it was somewhat interesting. I want to see how the son would respond once he found out, or if he would in fact find out about his father's obsession and secret affair with his bride-to-be before they got married. It kept my attention to that point, but it wasn't much more than a lot of soft sex porn scenes, including seeing a middle-aged father check into the hotel room just vacated by his son and his fiance, and he proceeds to jump on the bed, sniffing the sheets and pillows, trying to find the scent of Anna. Then he proceeds to pulsating on the bed, sniffing and squeezing the pillow while he masturbated, moaning and groaning. It just seemed to be an obsession completely over sex. They never even really got to know one another beyond their physical interactions, and it is why I gave this movie a 2 out of 5 stars. Now, if you want to find out what happens in the end, you will just have to watch it for yourself. Now, Obsession is rated MA, maturity rating, sex and nudity. A lot of sex. It is currently streaming on Netflix. Like, share, and be sure to subscribe and leave me a comment on your thoughts on this movie. This has been Dena Views and Reviews. Join me for my next review and a recommendation, and I want you to remember, it's my view. Now, what you watching?